Shabbat Shalom. How does Hashem run the world? In this week's parsha, Parashat Ki Tisa, we read about the sin of the golden calf and its aftermath. Moses returns after the 40 days, destroys the golden calf, destroys the tablets, and then prays for 40 days for forgiveness for the Jewish people. After this time, God teaches him for the 13 attributes of mercy. Hashem, Hashem, Kel, Rachum, V'chanun. Moses then makes a request from Hashem. He asks God, Hareini na kvodecha, please teach me how you actually run this world. How does this system work? And God's answer is no. No human being can actually understand what is going on while they are alive. The Midrash says that the reason why God says no is that he had wanted to show Moses how the system worked at an event that happened previously. In Parashat Shemot, we read about the burning bush. And at the burning bush, Hashem says to Moses asks the question, how is it possible that you can have the fires burning the bush and the bush not being consumed? In essence, Moses was asking, explain to me how the system works. Why is it the Jewish people are suffering so much in this world? Explain it to me. And when God says, okay, I'll show you what is happening, Moses turns his face away and doesn't look. When God says to him, why are you doing this? Moses answers, if you show me why it is happening, I will lack empathy. I will understand what is going on, and when people are suffering and in pain, I won't be able to give them the support that they need because I know it's for their benefit. Imagine the following scene. You take your animal, your dog or your cat to the vet. The vet says, in order for the animal to survive, we have to perform the surgery. And you hold the cat down, you hold the dog down, and they're putting in the injection, they're doing the surgery, whatever it is. The dog is looking at you confused and saying, I don't understand. What are you doing to me? I thought you loved me. How can you allow this to happen to me? What is a strange man in a coat doing to me? He's hurting me. And you look at your dog, and you, with tears in your eyes, say, I know this is hurting you, but it's for your benefit. This will help you. It will heal you. It'll make you feel better. Says Moshe Rabbeinu, I can't do this. If I look into the burning bush, I'll understand how the system works, and I will never be able to look in another person's eyes with the same empathy. Better I not know what's going on and be there to support you in your time of need, in time of sorrow, in your time of grief, than to know what is going on and be callous and say it's for your benefit. For Judaism teaches the principle, Bereshit bara Elokim. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Bereshit means that God created the world. The world has a purpose. The fact that you are born now means that this is the best time in the history of the world, that the world needs you, and you have a task to fulfill. But after the events of the golden calf, Moses says to Hashem, explain it to me. I don't understand. I want to know now. God says, you missed the opportunity. But I will grant you your request. I will place you in a cleft in a rock. I will pass by you, and you won't see what is happening in the globe, but behind me you shall see. Explain the rabbis the purpose of the metaphor. While things were happening, we will not understand. It is only with hindsight that we will have some sorts of clarity. How long after an event will that clarity come? Well, that is an interesting question, and that can take a long time. They asked a philosopher in the 20th century, what did he think were the results of the French Revolution? The French Revolution happened in the 1780s in France. And his response was, 200 years after the events, it's too early to tell. When things are happening in the world, when things are happening on the political scale, or things are happening in our personal life, when the thing happens, we can only look and be amazed and say, I don't know what is going on. But I have trust, I have faith in the Ribono Shel Olam, in God, that what He's doing, there is a purpose, and maybe one day I'll understand what is going on. The chances are you won't. But at least we have faith that it is part of a process. And the end result will be one that is good. Hareini na kvodecha. Explain it to me, says Moses to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem says, you will never understand while it is happening, and only hindsight will give you clarity. We just celebrated the festival of Purim, and this was very blatantly clear in the story. Megillat Esther, the revealing of that which is hidden. A queen has a party in the 3rd year, sees the exile of the queen. In the 7th year, Queen Esther is appointed. You ask yourself, what is the connection between the two events? Between the party of Vashti and the point of Esther? Seems to make no sense whatsoever. It is only 5 years later, 9 years after the events of the party of Achashverosh and Queen Esther, that becomes clear that if it wasn't for the party, Vashti would never have been kicked out as queen. They would never have found Esther. And when Haman plans his assault, Esther is there to thwart him. Things are only clear after the fact. Megillat Esther, Purim taught us this lesson of having faith in the system, watching and recording, and then we have clarity, always in hindsight. An amazing connection between Parashat Ki Tisa and the festival of Purim. Shabbat Shalom.